Hey everyone, it's Jew here. Back on Need for Speed. Now this is a follow-up to the first play video. I kept going through it and decided I needed a second car. Now look at that, I wanted something... Basically just wanted something a bit different, and one of my other hobbies is Volvos. I've got quite an interest in Volvos. I do a lot with the owners clubs. So when the game offered me the opportunity to build a car based off the old 242, it seemed a logical choice. I'm confused though, no one suspects the Volvo, because you just would not expect something of this shape and this size to be overtaking cars like this. See, I've sped this up a little bit because otherwise it would take ages. Went through it all, and what we ended up with was at the finish I think about 350 horse, which you can imagine made the old rather square car go quite quick. Unfortunately, I'm still quite low level at this point, so I can't do all the mods I would like to do. I think at about 350 though, I'd got the most out of it. It was certainly good enough. It went fast and it would also drift quite well, which with the nitrous system in them is really handy because the nitrous refills with drifting. So the fact you could hold it, I've not actually tried yet messing with the settings in towards like more drift cars. I've left most of them fairly centered because I seem to be able to handle them well. I say that, what will follow probably is a lot of videos of me bouncing off the scenery, but I feel I can handle them pretty well. You can slide them when you want to, but they will grip, they will stay on the track you put them on, which is always handy. So I see a bit of modifying work with it. This was the first thing. It's not full power here. I did a bit more work to it later. You put that there. Yeah, I seem to do quite a bit of that on this game. You suddenly bounce off random objects. I'm carrying a ball out there, and it's gone. You know, a lot of people comment about this game about it always being in the dark and everything. Well, it doesn't really help at that moment. You see here what I mean about the drifts. It does just go sideways really nicely. Yeah, that was after I hit that fence, so I finished way behind everybody else. And here we have the first drift competition. It's the first time trying the drifting in this game, really. I haven't done it a lot. I'm not a massive drift fan, I prefer more straight racing. But it's a handy way just to get some. I was pulling the handbrake there, hence why it shot sideways. I've never bothered messing with like the adjustable handbrakes. I don't know if they add a lot or not, but you see here you can get it fairly good sideways just by doing that. And once you sort of got the flow with it, it does just do nice warm. Tap the brakes, try and get the back end out, and then just try and hold it. Hope you pick the line right so you don't hit anything. See what I mean? It's cracking up big numbers pretty fast, which is always useful. Pressing into somebody else's debris there. I absolutely mullered one of these scores at a later date. I think, as you can see there, it gives you the things at the side to challenge some of your friends. This, and it gave me one, the guy scored 22,000. I think I've used on about 70,000. Decimated him. Once again, this is one of the drift competition. All this is for the nitrous, but actually it got a lot better this car with the nitrous on it. Because the nitrous does give you a nice speed boost, although it still doesn't help you with the massively rubber banded AI. Who one minute you'll fly past them doing about 30 miles an hour more, the next minute they're sitting 1,000 gear. It's the old Fast and Furious joke, isn't it, with the 27 speed gearbox. See what I mean there, you suddenly get a car coming past you at rapid speed. And I know aerodynamics and slipstream is a thing, but I don't think it's quite that extreme. That's what so in these competitions you actually get more points for being out front, hence why I was trying to keep through the pack. There we are once again, flying past. Okay, I appear to have gained a super. No one can explain how that guy is there drifting out on the Civic, which we all know is front wheel drive. Get a ride in. Shit, not of each other. Must admit, the one thing, most of my cars do seem to come back battered. I certainly don't think it's a good job repairs are free in this game, because I certainly need them. This is where this thing is. It tops out, I think, about 150, which isn't really that quick. But I've actually found with this game, there's not that many places where top speed has made a difference. There's the rubber banding AI. I mean, if she tries running into a Volvo, you know that ain't gonna work. You're just gonna bounce off it. Taxi. So they're catching up again. So I was again put her into the wall this time. Once again, like I've said, there's one of my positional face plants into an intersection. And that on the bonnet looks like the thing from National Lampoon, the sledge. The trouble is, once you've had a big crash like that, unless you got very lucky and the AI cocked up, which they've done a couple of times, you'd lost that game. You just had to sort of... Ooh, I think that would have hurt. Here, back into the garage once again. A bit more power out of it. See there, new turbo. I've sped a lot of this up because I probably I can spend minutes doing this. Oh yeah, this is where, unfortunately, in order to get more money for mods, that Mustang which I used in the first video does get sold. You can see what I mean about it looking battered there. When you're starting this race and it's still already looking like it's been in the walls. Just watching out there for you. The weather in this game is something which comes with a lot of criticism. So it probably justified. It would be nice to see it in daylight because I actually feel that this map and this environment has been really well done. I would like to actually see some of it. Let's click that pick up. We'll see now I've got the nitrous on it. Now the drifting has a purpose because it gives you... It builds the boost back up. Looking even more battered. I mean, if 242 Volvos aren't rare, they will be by the time I finish. I think I've gone through a few of them. I just love those shots when it's flying past all these. It's supposed to be fairly quick jack. Oh, and then completely misses a corner like a nut. Ooh, that looked painful. And as if racing isn't hard enough, you've then got to race with the police on you. See there by the drift. It's just, it does hang the back end out really nicely. Its handles are really sweet. You can just throw it around. Some of those look seriously bad. Some of those look like you might need a hospital visit. See, they're fighting their way through. By the way, he picks up the random was like the perfect nitrous or the perfect moment, which is still one I don't fully understand. I've got to Next thing I got an achievement for it as well. Trophy, sorry, on PlayStation and Xbox. Trophy, it called it like the perfect moment. The description was maxed everything in one go. Now I'm not 100% sure what that does. It's probably something fairly simple. It could be to do with those little lines you get around the atoms, I suppose. So you see, once the knife switch was on, it really started to become a bit of a weapon. Find yourself about 150 flat out. Boom! How did that not wreck me? That was a serious mistake. The AI is having collisions with itself. Oh man, the AI has had some brilliant moments. There's a couple of shorter fails which I can say. Haha, here we go. You've probably noticed a big change to the car there when I did a bit more time in the paint shop. That's the first time I noticed a headlight go out. You see that. I also figured out you could change the number plate. It took me about 10 hours of gameplay. I thought, as soon as I'm driving this big Swede, I thought I'd show it off and a massive Swedish flag on the back window. Also the wheels had changed there, I got shouted at because they weren't dished wheels, which apparently is correct for 240 Volvo. But there we have it, like I said, just a bit of fun this one, just something I've enjoyed. Enjoyed messing around with the Volvo. The car that's still in the garage is probably going to stay in the garage until I really need the space, because I do like having it there. But that's the video, everyone. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to check out the other videos on this channel, see anything you like. A lot of GTA, Need for Speed, other games coming soon, as I get time and the ability to play them. I've got some new releases coming up and some very different stuff. But until next time, we'll see ya. Goodbye.
What brings you in today?